Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on 21 Alive Plus. I'm Sawyer Osman, and we want to get into your top stories as we have breaking news now. If you didn't watch us for our show at noon, here is what you need to know, as we had just received word from Fort Wayne Police about Saturday night's shooting at Woodbridge apartment complex. I'm going to cut to some of that video so you can kind of see the scene from Saturday there. Now, this was a shooting that happened Saturday morning, as Fort Wayne Police have been needing our help to identify the victim in this shooting. Now, this happened again early Saturday morning on Fort Wayne's northeast side, again at the Woodbridge apartment complex on River Run Trail. Now, police say that they found a young man who had been shot on the 800 block of River Run Trail. Officers say that he was about the age of 15 and 20, black, 5'11", about 123 pounds, with a chipped front tooth. But police now know who that victim is. Now, they don't identify with us who, but they did let our team know that they may send something out today. So we will be on the lookout, and that's something to come back around to 21 Alive Plus for. Again, he went back to the Woodbridge apartments. We went back to the Woodbridge apartments where the shooting happened and spoke to neighbors who had said that they have never seen anything like this. This shouldn't be happening. It's very scary to know how young they are. Again, they say this man was about 15 to 20 years old. So again, Fort Wayne Police do know the victim now, and they did send something out to our newsroom just today. They wanted to thank the public for their assistance, and after proper notifications are made, the Allen County Coroner's Office will release the victim's identity. Again, they have not specified exactly who this victim is. We don't have a name yet. They said that this person earlier may have been out of Fort Wayne, but again, they do know now. So our team did reach out, and they say that they have that identity. They are just trying to notify the family. So they are still investigating the homicide, and they're asking anyone with information related to this incident to please contact the Fort Wayne Police Department Homicide Division. You can do that at 260-427-1201, or Crime Stoppers as well. You can also use the P3 Tips app, as Fort Wayne Crime Stoppers. They're actually offering a reward up to $5,000 for any information that leads to an arrest in the case. So again, stay with us, as we may have the identity of the victim here soon, but police do know. And again, they say thank you to everyone that has helped and put out information. All right, we want to get to another shooting here that actually happened just yesterday. You may have been with us for this. We also had this on 21 Alive Plus, as well as our newscast here absolutely throughout the day yesterday, as we had crew on the scene. This was on Cass and State. Now, a man is dead after a police shooting here in Fort Wayne. Now, it happened just after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon on State Boulevard, again near Cass Street. People say, or the police say, that the man made what they call concerning statements, including saying he was armed with a gun and even had suicidal thoughts. Now, police went to talk to this man, and when they say he pulled out a gun, prompting at least one officer to open fire. Now, the man was taken to the hospital in critical condition, and he later died at the hospital. Now, the area was closed off for hours following the shooting. Again, we'll keep you updated as investigation continues, and our team did reach out to the Allen County Coroner's Office. So they also gave us updates on that and say they may have an identity of the victim sometime today. Of course, that is something you want to stay up to date with us on 21 Alive Plus, or as well as our newscast, as we may have that coming in. So they want to notify the family on that one. They were on the scene for hours. Again, our crew, they were out there all afternoon, even into the evening time, to give us updates on what had happened. But that is what we know so far, as they are still investigating. And we do not have video of this, so I'm just going to cut back to myself here, but we do have a, let's see, we're going to pop that down here. But this was something new that came in that we did not have in our morning newscast. So if you were not with us for our noon show, we want to give you a heads up on this, as the United States Marshals Service needs your help finding an area man that's wanted for rape out of Wells County. Now, police say Clinton Billman faces several felony charges out of Wells County. That's including rape, criminal confinement, and even domestic battery. So if you know where Billman is, you can contact the U.S. Marshals tip line toll free, and that number here is 1-877 wanted 2. Now, police say that Clinton Robert Billman is facing several felony charges out of Wells County. Again, that's including rape, criminal confinement, and domestic battery, strangulation, and imitation. Now, marshals say that Billman is 5'9" and he weighs about 155 pounds with a bald head and brown eyes. Again, you can contact the U.S. Marshals tip line to give them any information if you know anything. But those are a few updates that we want to bring to you this morning. Of course, we are going to be back here actually at 1:30 with more of your top stories. Hopefully, if we have the identities of the victims in both of these shootings from early Saturday as well as yesterday afternoon, please stay with us. We will give you all of that new information and even more coming up here on your 21 Alive Plus. So again, stay with us for 1:30, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.